sometimes in cryptocurrency, to make instant profits, you have to gamble on people's FOMO or a hot news story. That's how you make some of the gains. And if you're someone that's looking for an opportunity, maybe a long-term opportunity, something that you can get in now, and you can forecast this particular crypto project going much further than your money could go in, say, a project that's lesser known. Guys, in this video, we're going to be talking about the rumor that's out there with CRO, or better yet, Cronos. For those that don't know, that's the crypto.com coin for their exchange. We're going to be talking about if what's going on right now with the rumor of them getting an ETF is an opportunity, or maybe even a long-term play for some of you guys out there that may, you know, and I'm looking at this as you already have a manageable number of tokens that you're concentrating on building in your wallets, but you might have space for maybe just one more. And the space for that one more, you want to say, okay, I got a little bit of money and I'm going to go this route, as I believe that this one right here is almost as good as a guarantee as you can get. So that's what we're going to be talking about, a possible opportunity with CRO, guys. This is your first time here to Grow Rich, Grow Happy. I want to welcome you to the channel. My name is Mr. Foresight. And guys, that's what this channel is about, finding opportunities in cryptocurrencies that have a movement rather than a moment. And I feel like CRO is actually one of those. I actually used to hold this particular token, and I'm really thinking about maybe if I have the mental capacity to get in one more token. I don't know yet, but maybe some of you out there do. If this sounds like a channel for you guys, by all means, stick around, smash that like button, give me a sub, hit that bell notification so that you don't miss any of these videos. And regardless what you're holding in your wallet, guys, make sure it is safeguarded. Make sure no one can freeze your assets or take them from you. And on this channel, I use Tangem. Most of our community members use Tangem wallets as they're easy to use, easy to set up, and you can sleep easy knowing your crypto is safe. Guys, I offer a 10% discount down below that is yours, and that 10% does go to support the channel. And make sure you go over to growrichgrowhappy.com. There's a lot of freebies over there, things to help the community. All right, guys, so let's talk about this rumor, guys. We're going to talk about CRO's price, and I did a little bit of math for you on the back end just to see, you know, how much money would you gain if it does hit these marks that they're saying is possible based on their calculations and based on charts. Again, always look at charts like a grain of salt. They're not a guarantee. Again, no one has a crypto ball, but you know, as far as they can tell you where we've been, where we can possibly go, but mainly where we are right now. So we're going to talk about this. So at the making of this video, I was reading this, guys. It's an ETF rumor, and they're saying that it catapulted CRO price 76%. And they said, can the bulls drive it above 20 cents? I think that's really doable with CRO. Like I say, when I first got into crypto, it was one of the first crypto exchanges that I got on. I actually believe that I had a crypto.com wallet before I even had a Coinbase. So go figure, right? And when I was early on in my journey, I was buying things like, I was all over the place. I was buying a lot of meme coins. I had an exorbitant amount of Shiba Inu. I was one of those people that didn't know any better. You couldn't tell me Shiba wasn't going to $1. So, but I used to stake it, and I used to stake my CRO coins over on their platform, and I used to make some really good passive income, especially with my Shiba. It was just turning it over every week, I believe, or every other week, and it was actually giving me a lot of CRO as well. So those are some great times. I used to lock my crypto up over there all the time, so I've always seen them as a movement. And I also remember when, and some of you might not know, I know we have novice here, but they're a pretty big exchange, guys. When you're talking about centralized exchanges, you cannot go and not mention crypto.com. So whenever they get to listing a token, that's always something people look at as a big catalyst. Of course, they're always going to look at Coinbase, but you got to think how major these guys are, guys. They actually have bought the naming rights of the Lakers stadium over in LA, and it's now called the crypto.com stadium. So that's a big thing. I've also seen their logos and things in big movies. Like, for instance, I believe I seen it in Brad Pitt's recent movie F1. I believe I seen the crypto.com logo. It's one of those logos that people, they just know it when they see it. But here's the thing. Based on them even filing, and they filed for an ETF, guys, and we're going to jump over here right quick because I do want to show you this, because these are the things you got to look at. Again, if you're looking for some instant gains, you get no more instant than something like this, especially with their news being that it could possibly raise to 20 cents. Again, you have to take that with a grain of salt. But if you have some extra cash, and this is not financial advice, and you're looking to maybe make some quick cash, this is a good one. Or if they're talking about an ETF, you're really talking about longevity now, and them being around and being they filed for it. I don't really see them not getting it if they did file for it, because again, we have a new crypto legislation in there, and they are pretty much approving things like this. Crypto.com is not like they're sketchy or anything. They've never really had anything go on in their past that I'm aware of that they got in trouble about. So I like this as a possible opportunity as well. That's not to say I'm going to get in it or anything. I don't buy toward times like this, but if you do have some space, you're looking for a quick gain, this might be it. Or if this is something to bring you into it for long term, this might be a good play for you. So we're going to jump over here real quick, and here's the article I read right here. But so this article is basically saying that, and this is something you all probably know by now, when you talk about news like this, of course people are going to come in because a lot of those people are looking for those quick gains. But the thing they're really looking at, some people might have been dead on this token and said, I don't see it going anywhere, like $1 or something. The highest they've been, I believe, is 96 cents. We'll take a look at that. That was like several years ago. I'm thinking 2021. But this is one of those plays, I believe, if you're going to have something that's in an exchange, something that ain't going away, something that's making moves. You see all their partnerships. They sell NFTs. I have a ton of NFTs over on crypto.com. I was addicted to buying their NFTs at one point. Didn't touch them. Some are worth money right now, but they have a lot going for them. So these are the things you want to look at. These to me, these are easy investments, especially if you have patience. They're a centralized exchange, and they've been around. They've been battle tested. They've been battle tested, guys. So we're going to continue down here, because one of the things I wanted to show you is they price gained 76% over the past 30 days and more than 6.4% in the last 24 hours. And then it talks about their chart patterns with the golden cross and the bullish pennant may support further upside. Technical projections suggest a possible recovery toward 20 cents if buying pressure continues. Now, a good way to look at this is we're going to jump over here. We're going to jump over here to the chart. Good way to look at this is you look at this and you say, okay, let me refresh this. You're looking at it and you say, okay, they're saying possible 20 cents. I say do your research on that, but they're possibly right. You got to look. If they put in for an ETF, that ETF could be, we don't know when it's going to hit or when it's going to be accepted, or if it's going to be accepted. But if you want to gamble right now, I believe, again, this is just me, this is not financial advice, I believe something like that would get approved for these guys, an ETF. But again, we got a whole ton of ETFs coming. People waiting on a XRP ETF, so we know those can take a while, but just them filing it lets you know they're in for the long game. Now, we was talking about their price. Highest was 96 cents, and that was back in 2021. So with $1, I could see $1 coming easy. I'm not going to say when, but when you look at the price right here, let's just say you put in $500 for easy math. We're gonna put in $500, get you 3,300 tokens. almost 33 and a half. Yeah, about 33 and a half, 3,353 tokens with $500 to get you guys. This is a goal to just 20 cent. You're looking at almost a $300 gain. Somewhere around, I actually did the math on that. Actually, not 300, 200, around 200 and something gain, guys. Now, we do know, and they're number 30 again. I always told you, look at these, look at this top 100. This is safe money. And that's just me. It's not financial advice, but anything in that top 10, that top 100 is safe money. Their market cap is almost a 5 billion market cap. So they are a big time play. And for big time plays, it takes a lot of money to move them. But you also want to look at the fact they're already established. They're still at a low entry point. And I say low because they were lower, but for someone that doesn't have a lot of money to play with, or you might have a lot of money to play with, it's almost guaranteed money that they're going to hit that 20 cent. Again, that would be for a $500 investment. You just made over 200 and something dollars. And again, slow and steady wins the race. I know it's not a million. No, it's not 100,000 unless you're going to put that kind of money in. But for safe bets, it's almost guaranteed returns, guys. Let me know down below. What do you think of that news of them getting an ETF or filing for one? Excuse me. Do you think they will get it? And do any of you guys? I know we don't talk about CRO really at all. I used to way back in the day, back when I held it. But is this something? Is this a play that you hold? What do you think of CRO overall? Do any of you guys trade on there? Let me know. Sound off down below, guys. If you found this information helpful, if you know somebody that could use the opportunity, maybe share this video with them and explain to them the importance of research and how CRO is a movement rather than a moment. Till next one, this your boy. I'm out.